Definitely something that's super overlooked in trading is having a positive mindset. All right. Now, I don't care what situation you're in within your life, within trading, within your business, it will be hard. All right. There's no promises that you're going to come into this and make a bunch of money within your first year. Absolutely not. And I knew that coming into this. And I told everyone that is starting, that I knew that is starting into trading, this is not something that will come easy. It will be hard, and it will probably be one of the hardest things you will ever do in your life. Personally, for me, I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, a little bit over 3 years now, and it has genuinely been the most difficult thing I have ever done in my life. And it still is to this day. Even though I have a very good strategy within myself, I have a very profitable strategy that I know plays out very often, it is still very difficult. It's just a mental battle. It's not something that you can come into and, like I said, make a bunch of money within your first year, because that's not going to happen. Anyone that has genuinely made a lot of money within trading will tell you the exact same thing, that this is not something that will come very quickly. All right, this is something that sucks, and it really does. But the outcome of it is what is important, because the outcome of trading is genuinely probably the best thing ever. You have location freedom, you have time freedom, you could do literally whatever you want. You only have to work like an hour a day. Okay, that's cool and all, but you have to go through the stuff that no one wants to go through. So many people that I know personally that I put on with trading did it for maybe a month, maybe 2 months, max 3 months. Okay, max 3 months, they get off of it because it gets too hard. And that's the thing that a lot of people lack, is the positive mindset that you need to have while in this journey. I've been reading this book. I'm not going to get it because it's kind of far away. It's called The Power of the Positive Mind. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's what it's called. I'm going to let's grab it right now, actually. Let's grab it right now for ourselves so we know. All right. The Power of Positive Thinking, okay? And this is something I don't think I need this book personally, but I think it's better for me to learn and understand these things, because I kind of already do. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 3 years now. I've been doing entrepreneurship for about 5. Since I was 15, I started a pressure washing business, and I moved to online business, and it's been kind of steadily like growing up and up. I feel like every year I'm starting to make more and more money. But no one sees the me sitting up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning at my desk right here, sitting here trying to make something happen. And that's the hard thing that not a lot of people want to go through. No one wants to be sitting up at 4 in the morning all night, pulling an all-nighter, working on your website, working on your business, trying to perfect your strategy, trying to become a better person every single day. No one's going to see that. And what you have to do for yourself is you need to understand that all of these things that you're doing will have a positive outcome with it. So you have to, during the hardest times within your trading, within your business, the entrepreneurship, you need to have the most positive mindset ever, because you know that at the end of this, after you go all this stuff that is required to become successful, it will eventually happen. You're going to be sitting there banging your head against the wall. Why am I going through this? Why is this journey so difficult for me? Why is this journey so difficult? In the end, you'll finally understand why you needed to go through these things, because if you didn't take these losses, you didn't learn from your mistakes and learn from your losses, you wouldn't get to the point that you're currently at right now, or at the end of the journey where you finally start making good money and you make the income that you're satisfied with. And that's honestly something that is hard. It's really hard to do, because when everything is telling you to stop, when everything is telling you to quit, everything is pushing you down, the world's pushing you down, your bank account's pushing you down, your people around you are pushing you down, it's kind of hard to have a positive mindset. I will say, there's a point in my life where genuinely everything was falling apart. And it was hard to have a positive mindset. It was definitely something very difficult, and I didn't want to tell anyone because I don't think anyone would genuinely understand what I was going through. And it's something that is so fucking hard, bro. It is so hard for some people. A lot of people won't want to go through. Like, no one wants to be putting themselves through such hard times. I don't want to be going through hard times like this, but I know that it's necessary to get me to the point where I need to be. And it sucks. It really does. But you have to have that positive mindset. The mindset that eventually, with all this stuff that's going around wrong with you, it will eventually all fall into place and work out. You guys know that game that like I think it's called not ping pong, pinball. You know, you try to, the whole goal. I guess the whole not the goal of it, because you're trying to keep the ball in the playing with like the fucking wings and stuff. But like you got to think about like your entire journey. Your end goal is that very bottom part where the ball is supposed to land with gravity, and then the things that are stopping that ball from going down are those like wings and stuff that you're pushing the buttons in. And that's kind of how I see this journey is like, our end goal is that bottom part, but there's so many things affecting our lives and are affecting our business and our mentality, which are those wings and stuff that you're pushing. And that's what's stopping you from getting you to that end goal. I don't really know if I'm explaining it the right way, but that's just the way I see it. It's something that no one wants to go through. I'm being so serious. Like, I don't think I would even put my worst enemy on this type of journey, bro, because it's been hard. It's been very difficult. I will never, ever, ever say that this came easy. Obviously, once everything starts working out, it might get a little bit easier. You're going to have easier times. And this one thing I saw the other day, and I kind of knew this was going to happen to me, is that once you... Okay, so I saw this video on Instagram the other day of this guy talking about how he has all this money. He made a shit ton of money last year. He made $300,000 last month. He has a very nice GT3 RS. He's got the house. He's got the girlfriend. He got everything that he wanted. But he's never been more stressed out in his life. How does that make sense? You have everything that you worked for, but now you're even more stressed out. So these things that we're going through right now during our early period of us trying to make money is preparing us for the journey that will come ahead. It's preparing us for the times that will be even harder for us. So, like I said, the whole point of this video is for you to understand that you need to have a positive mindset on anything that you're doing within life, whether you're learning a new skill, starting a new business, because you will understand eventually that it'll all work out. You just have to push through the hard parts. You cannot give up. It's something that a lot of people, I've been repeating myself. I'm fucking repeating myself here because it's genuinely something that no one wants to go through. I don't want to be going through these hard times that I've been going through recently. But man, I know that eventually I'm going to look back at it and say, that is the exact reason why God wanted me to go through these things, so I can take it as a lesson, learn from it, and then overachieve it. That's something that you need to realize as well.